All right, all right, all right. We live in the house. Welcome to Vibing in the D with Lily. I'm Lily. I'm excited tonight. I got somebody on here who I've been wanting to have on the show for like forever and a day. He was actually on my first list of people to reach out to, so I'm excited about that. And we're just gonna go ahead and get started. That's how we do. With Lily.
Talking to the diamonds of Detroit today. Vibing in the D with Lily.
With Lily.
Talking to the diamonds of Detroit today. Vibing in the D with Lily. Talking to the diamonds of Detroit today. Vibing in the D
With Lily. Look at that. What's up?
What's going on, Lily? How you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to Vibing in the D.
Oh, thank you for having me. Glad to be on the show, as always. Hanging out
Super
with you.
Super DJ Superhero.
That's who I am. Where's my super suit?
I love that. I love that. So what's been going on with you?
Oh, nothing much. Just living, trying to get through this pandemic. Still DJing, going strong with that. Really making headway into a new segment of listeners, going into the house music community.
The house music community.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been a great adventure.
That's awesome. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 20, was it 2014 or 2015?
I don't know.
I know we started doing Sweet Speak Detroit in September. I know that much.
Of what, 2014?
It must have been 2015.
Okay, yeah, I'll say 2015.
I'm gonna say 2015.
Yeah.
It was and man, let me tell you that I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. That even though there were some instances where I would get there and you would get there and set up and nobody would show up, but it was. I still enjoyed it. I love music. What's up, Ayana Jones? Thanks for tuning in. But those days did kind of throw me back to the wind. I would be sitting there like, what? Like for real though. But I get it. I think the timing and the day had a big play in that, in the turnout. So, but it was fun. You always knew what to play and when to play it.
Yeah, that was
So
a good thing about it. We met a lot of new people too. We had our own little group of people that came to Sweet Speak, and
yeah, we did.
it was a great vibe. Once we had our own few people, and that was the great thing about it. I got to meet a lot of people that I still actually communicate with to this day.
Right.
And so it's just like to see them doing bigger things. It was a catapult for a lot of folks, especially for me too, because I was still pretty fresh and young in the musical DJ world, and so I was still trying to get my wings. So those nights that people didn't show up didn't hurt too bad, but
Right.
it was like I get to practice. But it was great. That experience with you was really awesome. And you were funny on the mic, and you captivated that audience so well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoyed it. Give me a mic and it's all right.
Oh yeah. It was so funny because I had one time we did a show up there. I don't remember what the artist was, but he brought his I guess he had some background singers. And, I didn't know how to use a mixer yet. I'm still, I just hook up my DJ stuff. And so they were having problems with the microphone. They was looking at me. I'm like, I'm a DJ, not a sound dude. She was just getting mad at me, giving me the eye, like, get this right. Like she was playing a girl or somebody.
Man. And you know what? Honestly, I didn't know what your level of DJing was. I thought you had been doing it for a long time.
Nah, I was about 3.5, 4 years really in doing it wrong. But even with that, as a DJ, you realize 10 years, you're still kind of I've crossed the 10-year mark now, but 4 or 5 years in, you still fresh. It's a whole lot you have to learn. And it's one of those things where you get the basics, but then it takes a while before you get beyond those basics. And so when you met me, I was on those basics.
Okay. So what's one thing that you learned that took a while to get the hang of?
Timing when it comes to music is really beat counting and understanding the structure of a song. I've always, the thing about me is I've always knew music. That's why when we did Sweet Speak, I was able to drop the right song at the right time because I've loved music. I didn't want to be a DJ actually, and we could talk about that. But I never.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you why did you want to work as a DJ?
Well, it was because I did a contract with the skating rink. We were doing skating nights on Wednesdays, and I was the marketer guy. I was the money man. I had another guy that was like my PR, my foot guy, and then I had a guy that was my DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And so my DJ one night, his schedule changed. And so he brought this guy in that was just whack. And I had to fire him. But I was still in the 6-month contract. No DJ, my DJ schedule had changed. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Best Buy. And I picked up a little all-in-one controller for about $400. And I'm like, I got the music, I know the music, but I don't know how to DJ. And so the next week, that Wednesday, I was up in the booth, push and play.
Wow.
And so it was just the form to save my investment, but I fell in love with it because like I said, I've always loved music.
Yeah.
But it just happened. And so it's been a great journey. It's just beginning. So much more to come. But yep, it was never a childhood desire of mine to say, you know what, I want to DJ, because I got into the DJ game late. When you look at other DJs, most guys started in their early teens. I was starting in not my teens. So it was
just leave it at that.
Yeah, we can leave it at that. Not in my teens.
Right.
But yeah, and like I said again, so when I got with you and it was so funny how we got together and how I even got up to the Good Cakes and Bakes. But
I know, right?
Yeah.
It just like kind of just fell into place.
Yeah, because you just kind of came up there that one day, wasn't it? Because how I found Good Cakes and Bakes was my next door neighbor. Bored. He was like, let's go up. He had just moved in. And I was being neighborly. He's like, let's go on up to Livernois and see what's up there. And so we walked through all the stores, and then we got the Good Cakes and Bakes, and they were talking, and April and I just kind of got a good vibe. And I was like, you know what? And I was, again, trying to network and becoming a DJ. I was like, you know what? I DJ. So if you have any events, I'll come do your first one for free for you. Just so you can see who I am, and do all these things. And she called me up. And I think she paid me that first one, but then it was just a vibe from there. Every time they had an event, they had me there because, again, I was kid friendly. I didn't play all that stuff. I made sure people had fun, and it kept growing and kept growing. Then eventually you came up there, then the rest was I guess the rest was history.
Yeah, because I had been going to different poetry venues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were some instances where they needed a host, and I would be like, I would be interested in hosting, but I wasn't in their clique, so they was like, whatever. Yeah. So that's when I went up there, and I'm talking to April, and I'm talking to Michelle, and I'm like, do you guys have events up here? Like, you have an open mic or something? And they were like, no, but we were thinking about something like that, but we can't find anybody to host. And I'm like, hello. And then next thing you know, we having a meeting, and I'm like, so it worked out. It worked out. It was cool. Cool.
That was such a great time. It was right on time for both of us. I think, the connection that you and I had was just great. Again, we just had really good chemistry in there, and it wasn't forced. It just happened. Yeah,
that was the great part about it.
Because you get up on that mic and look back at me and be like, how did you know to play that?
Exactly.
Like, I'm just in the vibe with you.
But it's been times, that don't always happen with everybody.
Yeah.
That does not happen with everybody. So, you knew what to do. You knew how to make it happen. So, and it just like you said, it was just a vibe. So,
Yep, and again, that was the whole part of me being a DJ was I knew what to play. I might not have had all the technique and all the
mhm,
skill sets, but I knew where to put and when to put it there. So,
yeah,
that was always my gift with this. And like I said again, it just came from there. And then I said again, one of the hardest things for me to learn was again timing inside the music, knowing when to
hmm
drop at the right time and knowing how the song structure. Because again, I wasn't music was never in my path. I was an artist. I painted, I drew, I did marketing, I did graphic design. Music was just something I enjoyed.
right.
Never did anything with it. So I had no clue about music, but I learned a lot. And once I learned the structure of music, that's when I was like, oh, okay, I got this.
So what do you think helped you get more practice? I remember also back then Mix LR.
Yes. MixLR was what really got me. Big shout out to my boy DJ King Jones and DJ Special J, G Nice, the whole what's that,
Yeah.
Armed Forces, Armed Service Entertainment. All of
Yeah.
those guys I met when I got on there. But what MixLR did for me was it actually got me over my stage fright.
Uh,
Um, it really because I had to interact with people. I'm kind of a shy person. I like going to parties, but I'm not a person that likes to intermingle with people. I like to watch parties. I enjoy it. That's one reason I like to be a DJ too, because I get to be in the middle of the party without being in the party.
right.
But yeah, Mixlr just helped me listen to other DJs from around the world and hear how they were playing and what they were playing, and just kind of gave me the ability to find my own sound. But yeah, that taught me how to talk on the mic. Um, interacting people, also creating energy without being able to see the people that's there listening to you. That's
Yeah.
a hard thing to do as a DJ is we feed off that energy. And so seeing people on the dance floor, that gives us a vibe. That
Seeing
gives us that
people
energy.
bobbing their heads
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, that's giving you that you doing a good job. Well, when you're on radio and there is no people looking, so you got to push all that energy. You got to keep it going. And
Yeah.
so it taught me how to be able just to be my own hype train and,
Yeah.
and keep it going. And so that is what really, really Mixlr really did a great job for me. And we met a lot of people. I'm still in touch with a few of the people.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
it was awesome when Special J actually came to Detroit working.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I
him and
have
I got to hang out.
I talk about that all the time because I was doing a comedy set on, I think it was an Elise King show.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there. He had came after the fact, but that ain't the problem.
Yeah,
That ain't no problem at all. I'm
yeah.
sitting there, and he's like, "Is anybody sitting here?" And I'm looking, and I'm like, am my eyes playing games with me? Like, and I was so in shock. He was like, I was like, yeah. And I was so excited. Like, I couldn't believe it, and I really appreciated that he came out there.
Yeah, he was a good guy. And big shout out to and rest in peace to Cheryl Nelson and DJ
Man,
Chili.
yeah.
Cheryl Nelson was actually the reason how I met everybody in that group. Everybody, all the
Really?
names that I named off, she was the person that helped me meet those people because she came to my room. I used to do what's up, King Jones? Just
What
talking
up?
about you,
What
brother.
up?
I
Right?
was I was broadcasting my Sunday night sweat, my skate session live over MixLR. And so one night she came in and she was in California and she was just gigging with me. And she just kept coming back. And then she introduced me to a couple other people. And I was just like, yeah, it was just like she introduced me to DJ Smooth. He had that I think it
Hmm.
was Smooth Grooves 1969, one of his little groups or something like that on Facebook. And I just started intermingling with all of those folks. And next thing you know, we became a big community. It was really, really good. That was the first time I'd ever experienced um, the brotherhood and sisterhood of DJs in a
Right.
community. That's the first time I really felt like I was a part of a big community because those people just took us in. They treated me great. And then I think you came to MixLR with me, and so
Yeah.
and it was just like it was a big old happy family.
I know, and I
Yeah,
ain't even. I'm not even a DJ, but I was enjoying it so much, and
yeah,
like you guys would do marathons,
yeah,
and oh
yeah,
man, it would be so dope. That would
yeah,
be so dope.
yeah.
And I know that was in late. Maybe we maybe we did start that in late 2014.
It had to be 2014 because it's
Yeah,
been about
because
5 years when I did about 5 or 6 years when I went on MixLR, and we were doing that before you and I were together before MixLR. So
exactly, and then I know a lot of MixLR. I was actually in Houston for a minute.
mm,
And I would be listening. I wasn't working, and I had the time to be on there every time y'all was on there.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, that was we started Sweet Speak in September 2014, and then Mix LR was 2015.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
a great thing, and like I said again, Cheryl Nelson was a huge
yes, she was.
big part. Yeah, DJ King Jones, the marathon was the truth, man. I really enjoyed it because it was just so much. There was so much love and so much. Each DJ was just so unique in their own skill sets, and
Yeah.
it was great. But like I said again, Cheryl Nelson, DJ Chili were great. And like I said again, when my father passed in 2016,
Mhm.
and I went down south, I was listening to Chili's radio station, and he saw me on. He actually came because he usually had the autoplay. He actually came on and chopped it up with me for a little while and was just really, talking to me, giving me some words of encouragement. And then we
Man,
lost him shortly after that. It broke my heart.
that took me out like
Yeah,
for real. Because I was just like, man, it just things started kind of like just started being different after that, and just
yeah. That was the first time in my life that I had felt that much pain and hurt over somebody I had never
right, didn't even
met.
know him. Yeah,
Oh yeah, and D Bolex too. I saw that one. Yeah, we rest in peace, D Bolex, because she just passed away too. And
right.
she was a huge part of that clique. It was just and I got to meet her in person too.
Did you?
Oh yeah, because D Bolex was a skater. Her husband Rick,
Okay,
and
I think I remember.
they were down in Cleveland. And we used to go down there. I used to DJ down there in Cleveland. I still do. We have a party that we do, a big regional party. And
Mm-hmm.
her and Rick came through. And then, but the first time I met her, she came up to Soul Skate. And she was like, I never forget. She was like, "Superhero." I was like, I'm cool. She was like, no, it's like I met a celebrity. I felt the same. I was like, D, I feel the same way about you.
Right.
But
Man.
yeah, MixLR was again, that was the first time I had really ever felt a community, and again, MixLR had a huge hand in playing with how my DJ skills progressed, and it gave me a chance to it was an outlet for me as well, because at that time I was unemployed, and so not to get depressed, I was just like, let's play music.
Right. Now, how did you get into the how did you start doing the DJing for the skating rink?
Well, again, it came from the time when we did the again, I had the investment, and then we got out the contract, and then the skating rink that I was at, Skating Station 2 out in Canton. Shameless plug. Every Sunday night, starting at 8 p.m. It's called the Sunday Night Sweat.
So
Shameless
you
plug.
are still doing that?
I am still doing that every Sunday night, and at 8 p.m. Skating
Right.
Station 2 in Canton. But no,
We can actually show that. Hold on, I'm gonna show that on the screen. Just hit the side right here. Yeah.
there it is. Every Sunday night, we open them doors at 8 p.m. I've been doing that for approximately, it's going on 10 years now. But
Wow.
yeah. So what happened was the DJ that was there, he was a great DJ, one of our DJs that was long standing in the skate community. It was just at one of those points where he just got kind of tired of doing it. And so he kind of moved on, had a good relationship with the owners and the manager. So he was just like, you want to come on? I was like, sure. And so he put me on like on July 4th. It was a July 4th weekend. And the DJ took the day off. And so, on July 4th, nobody goes skating in the summertime up here in Michigan. So I'm thinking it wasn't going to be nobody in there. It was a few people in there, but then that's how I got into that session. And then it wasn't until January 2012, January 1st, 2012, that was my first official residency when I took it over there. And when I took it over, it was 11 people, 12 people plus me and my wife. So a total of 14 people who was at that session.
Okay.
And now we're skating up to about 350 now.
Wow.
Yeah, so it has grown a lot. I've learned a lot. That was a boot camp for me. That's where you learn how to DJ when people booing you.
And what you say? No spectators, only skaters.
Yeah, no spectators, only skaters. You got to skate when you come to skate rink. Even if you skating your mind on the sideline, you're not just sitting there. Skate music is almost like house music. It makes you want to
Yeah,
move, and so you're not gonna be a spectator if you come to my session.
yeah, you're gonna want to get out there,
Yeah. Ayana,
man.
what's good? I ain't seen you in a minute. I haven't seen you and King Jones in a minute. I miss you guys.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So let me ask you this: what, other than the timing, what skill do you think DJs need to be successful?
That's it's quite a few of them, but I'll say the knowing music, just enjoying music. That's the skill I think most DJs don't understand. It's artistic, it's a flow, it's rhythmic. If you are just so busy about pushing your buttons or this is just a job for you to do, you're gonna get the job done, but it won't be an experience. And that's the biggest thing for me is just really enjoying your music and understanding your craft. A lot of times we get in the game and don't understand the history of the game. And
Hmm.
that's the biggest thing with me. When I came into the house community, I came in under Earl Mixon McKinney and Al Esther.
Hmm.
And I met Earl at Light Up Illinois if at Good Cakes and Bakes. Good Cakes and Bakes has everything to do
Connections.
with Super DJ Superhero. But when I came in, Earl was like, "You got it." Everybody I've talked to, whomever I've had like about 3 mentors so far in my DJ career, and they've
Hmm.
all said you just got that ear, and so I learned from that. But again, Al Esther, when he came in, Earl was showing me how to do the thing and understand the house community. Al Esther took me on a journey back into the history of house music and where it
Wow.
started. And that helped me so much, even to the point where I don't even DJ on 2 turntables anymore. I DJ on 3 turntables, just
What?
regular. Right. Yeah, because a lot of disco DJs and the club DJs back in the day where house started, they had 3 tables. And it was just like
Wow.
it was just the whole thing for me. Like I tried to be like King Jones and scratch it up and turntablism. I
So
just didn't
you,
have the
so you,
time.
this is, do you use this here?
Those, yep, I use all of that stuff there. Yep. The one at the bottom
Wow.
is my it's a sampler where I can actually make my own grooves and beats right on the spot live. And
Wow.
those 3 turntables in the middle is called CDJs. That's what make the music happen.
Mm, mm, mm. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. 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 So I know you're really into the house community,
Mhm.
but as far as like, when you do an event, or are there certain events you won't do?
Oh,
Um, okay.
yeah. I yeah, it's a lot of events that I don't do. I am when I was DJing, because I still do. I do corporate events. That's why I do Good Cakes and Bakes. I love the corporate events. I love the family friendly events. I love the events where there's going to be multicultural people there because that's just what I love. I've kind of gotten away from a lot of those moment type things, such as the weddings. Even though it's great money in weddings, it's just too much drama surrounding it, and you don't know. It's a crapshoot.
Mm.
You know, you might get a bridezilla, you might get a bride from heaven, you might get a family that's great. Because I've had both. I've had a bridezilla, and I had a great wedding where it was just beautiful. Everything everything worked, but I was just like, it's too much. The odds ain't that favorable for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave weddings alone. But like I do, yeah, I do a lot of again the corporate. I love corporate because again, you give people the chance to let their hair down. But again,
Okay.
I don't take you too ratchet. So you you can turn up, you can turn up in front of your boss, and then you can have people around you that's like, all right, I get the flow. So but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm again for me it's always kind of been the corporate DJing is so much more fun to me because it's got that structure, and also it's a pretty good paying gig.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, goddamn it, with Cheese TV said equipment has come a long way since 2 turntables and a mixer.
For real. And I still got 2 turntables and a mixer.
So how do you stay up to date with the latest music trends?
You stay, keep your ear to the periodicals. Now you don't have to buy the magazines like you used to in the day, but more so you follow the Instagrams, you saw all the social media of the people who call all the shots in the game. And then the good thing about it now with this pandemic, a lot of us had to get shut down. A lot of us were stuck in the house. So we got to create and dig and create our own kind of trends. Everybody's, the trend now has been a lot of DJs that were club DJs and resident DJs are coming to social media. They're coming to the Twitches. And so those things like that just kind of flowing with that. Oh, that's another one of my favorite ones too. Residencies. I love residencies.
Okay. Yeah. Residencies are a good thing. That's some stability right there.
Yeah. That's, you're going to get a paycheck every time. You know what you're getting. So, but stand up, just again, following the news, following a lot of the DJs and producers who are ahead of the game. That's the good thing about with me being in the house community. I'm literally one or two people away from knowing them personally. So it's like I have a really close connection with this industry.
Yeah. Ayana Jones said she remembers when she met DJ King Jones. He had CDs. Now he has so many different setups. I know being a DJ is really expensive. Always buying something.
Yeah. You can get caught up in that trap of always buying the latest and greatest. And yeah, it's expensive. I went through my expensive phase. Now I'm kind of mellowed out with that. But yeah, like it's a new mixer out now called a V10, and it's $3,100.
Wow.
Just the mixer. Nothing else, just the mixer.
Wow. Ain't no ice, no drinks.
Nope. No dinners, no kisses, no nothing. And I'm gonna get it one day.
You can still become a DJ, goddammit, with cheese.
Yeah,
I used to want to be a DJ. I mean, I love music that much, but y'all something else. I throw my hands up, I throw my hat off and kick my shoes to the wall, all that good stuff, because y'all be doing the damn thing, like, for real.
Thank you. It's fun. My whole thing has always been, I make it a different experience. That's why my name is sprDj SprHero. Not necessarily that I'm this great person, but if you look up in the dictionary, the word super stands, one of the definitions is elevation, being a little bit higher. And so my thing is I want to take you to a higher place. I want you to have a good time. With the skating rink, that was one of the things too, is that people come to the skating rink to relieve stress. Right. So if I'm not taking you on a journey to make you forget about what's outside for 3 hours, I'm not doing my job, and that's what music has always been. It's been therapeutic for me. And so I try to make sure that happens for those that's listening. And when people throw their hands up, I love it when people give me the stank face. I think the stank face is the best compliment to a DJ is the stank face.
That's it right there. That stank face. That ain't no joke right there. That lets you know. That lets you know you doing what you need to be doing.
Yeah. When you get stank face mode, it's on.
That is serious stuff.
Yeah.
Do I have that sound bite?
sprDj SprHero.
Where's my super suit?
I love that.
Where's my super suit? It was so funny because here's the thing about it. Before I became a DJ, and we'll talk about my name, but before I became a DJ, I used to love The Incredibles movie. And so I was like, if I ever became a DJ, I would love for that to be my drop. And boom, I became a DJ. And that became my drop. And it's so funny because my original DJ name was never sprDj SprHero. It was so whack. You want to know what it was?
What?
DJ Animal. It don't even fit me. It don't even fit.
Where's my super suit?
Exactly.
DJ Animal. I'm
DJ
done.
Animal. It was horrible, but because again, I never wanted to be a DJ, and a lot of the guys and the women that I knew, more so the guys, they were just so with DJ, and they were just so like, they took it way too serious. And
Hmm.
so for me, coming with the DJ Animal, I thought it was gonna be funny because I didn't want to take myself too serious. A lot of the DJs I saw, they were just taking themselves way too serious. And I always felt like Bernie Mac. Now I don't, but I always felt like Bernie Mac in the Players Club when he was talking to Jamie Foxx as the DJ. Like, who is you? All you do is spin records. And that and to a lot of guys that was sitting with their butt on their shoulders, that's all they were doing. It wasn't the big name guys. It was just these dudes that were just in backyard parties. I'm just like, y'all too stiff. But
Wow.
one day I was watching Yo Gabba Gabba
Uh-huh.
with my daughter. I miss Yo Gabba Gabba. Are you familiar with Yo Gabba Gabba?
Slightly.
Well, Biz Markie was the producer of it. So it
I
had
didn't know that.
he was one of the executive producers on it. So it had a real hip hop urban feel to it. They had all kinds of people on there. And so there's one episode they had Mos Def on there. He was a superhero and he wore Gucci loafers, white socks, and he had on like this red jumpsuit and he had a cape on. And so Yo Gabba Gabba was always really about teaching kids manners. So the characters were all kids. So they gave the superhero his respect. So they called him Super Mr. Superhero.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, that's tight. I was like, I love that. I was just like, and me and my wife looked at each other while I was watching this with Madison. And I was just like, that's your name. I was like, all you gotta do is just take the Mr. out and SprDj Superhero. And I was like, that's it. I was like, it fits so well. And it was funny to me because, again, I wasn't taking myself seriously.
Right.
And so whenever I used to say my name to people, they used to always chuckle and laugh. They're like, what's your name? I'd be like, SprDj Superhero. And they would always laugh. And that was the whole thing for me. I wanted you to have fun with me because I love music, but I wasn't taking myself too serious with this.
That's what's
and
up.
So that's what it is. So SprDj Superhero. I went from DJ Animal to SprDj Superhero, and now I'm just Superhero.
DJ Sprhero.
Where's my super suit?
I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Man, I love it. So, question: What so I know you were talking about, you see the people with the stank face and they bobbing their head and they don't want to sit down. What techniques do you use to engage your listeners?
A lot of things. Well, with us being on the internet now and kind of being stuck at home, you have to go a lot of different routes. And with me being on Twitch, I interact with and get people engaged a lot by talking to them, calling their names out, acknowledging their presence, and engaging them, and then having them chat with me like, hey, if you're enjoying yourself, let me see those emotes, let me see this. With my happy hour house music, we do that on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern. Right. That's what I do. I kick it with them, but also during the show, I actually changed my behind me. I have my wall here with my vinyl on it. And so every show I change the vinyl, and so I give them the chance to guess it, and so that makes it interactive as well. So that's so that's what I do. But then when I'm live, it was just really about reading the crowd. Again, for me as a DJ, I really let the crowd determine where we're going. I may have I've walked into many events and venues and even at skating, and I'll say, okay, I got this playlist I'm about to throw down. And then next thing you know, it's like this playlist don't work. And so you just got to follow your crowd. If somebody, you look at them and they giving you vibes, you just like, all right, let's go. And then, and that's what it is. It's just really about watching them. And that's how we take that experience. And again, I just take what they give me as food and energy, and I turn it into great music for you. Okay, musical experience.
Yeah, because I can tell you, it hasn't been a whole bunch, but I've been to some venues where the DJ, I don't know what world they in, I don't know what's going on, but they are not the crowd. They're not with the crowd at all.
Yeah.
And that's really, really important.
Yeah, and that's so easy to do because you can get lost in your bubble. So a lot of times when DJs feel like the crowd is not on their side, they go into their shell and just start playing music. Where if, you know, like I felt where the crowd wasn't on my side, like let me go find somebody. And what I'll do is I've done even that up at Good Cakes and Bakes when we're doing the sweet speak. Like some people are just not moving. I'm like, all right, I don't know what to play for these people. Then I'll find that one or two people that just sitting there kind of rocking and nodding. And I'm like, all right, that's my vein. That's my vein. And then it just kind of goes from there. You have to, that's going back to your question about what's one of the most important skills to have as a DJ. Read your crowd. You got to be able to read your crowd and then react to it, and don't get in your feelings.
Right.
You know, when you get in your feelings when you're DJ, negative feelings are going to take the mood down. Like you said again, you've gone places where the DJ just be like, "Where are they at?" That's they didn't checked out. They waiting the end of the night. Whereas, you know, as a DJ, you got to be like, all right, let's engage these people, because now it's different. You know, back in the day, people didn't have devices. And so you as a DJ, you see people on your devices, you think they're not gigging with you. You just don't know. They might be they might be gigging with you, but they just, again, we're in a new technology age where it's just like people don't dance no more. Yeah. All they do is this. I'm live. Look where I'm at. See me? And it's just like, all right, that means they're having a good time.
Yeah.
And so again, that's where, as a DJ, again, I guess for me, one of the things that helped me was I didn't grow up. I wasn't in the clubs and DJing to see that experience. So I had to learn how to make people gig and put their phones down, you know?
Right.
And then just accept that some people are not going to put their phones down.
True that. Some of them, this stuck in their hand for life.
Yeah. And they're so busy capturing the moment for people who they don't know. They're 5,000 friends on Facebook. And you're not even experiencing for yourself. You're so busy trying to get these people to like and love what you're doing.
Right.
You're not having a good time and you're missing everything.
Missing it all.
Yeah. Like I'm still kind of old school. When you know, when I go to concerts, when the lights go down, the curtain goes up, my phone goes in, you know, and it's the opposite for some people. It's just like when the curtains go up and the lights go down, their phones come out.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm guilty of that sometimes, but I do like to actually enjoy stuff. So but some instances where that all it is just, you know, the whole time. I remember I think I was at Erykah Badu. I was in Houston. Erykah Badu, she said, "Put your phone down. Put your phones down." You know. And then you got some artists that they say don't you pull your phone out, period. Right. I'm not, you know, so I think Layla Hathaway had done that one time, and people didn't like it, but it's like, you know, back in the day, you know, you go to a party, the DJ is doing their thing, you go to a concert, enjoy it, you know.
And see, here's the thing about it now for us DJs is that we've become the celebrities now. In this day and age of nobody dance anymore, you're seeing people going around the DJ booth with their phones recording us. And so we become the celebrity when in actuality, we talk about this all the time in the DJ community. We used to be back in the corner in a dark corner in the box upstairs, away from everybody. And y'all were the celebrities. We were enjoying watching y'all dancing. And so now it's just like you throw on some slapping tracks that used to get people to the dance floor. They run to the edge of the DJ booth with all these lights in your face. It's just like, thank you. I'm a celebrity. But it's more about, hey, Rashonda, that's my sister right there. That's one of my super mods. Yeah, my super mod squad peoples. But we all
where's my super suit?
Yeah, it's about, again, and that's one of the things that we're trying to do is really get back to that point. And for me, is getting you back to dancing again. I appreciate that you love the music that I'm playing, and I want you want other people to experience it, but I want you to experience it too. You know, let them come next time. You know, that was the big thing about us. It was FOMO. You know, that was the thing about it. If you miss this week, don't miss next week. Nah, just like somebody go live for me so I can't miss it. No, you should have got up. You should have got up just like I did. I got up and went. So, you know, that. So again, in this day and age where, again, the camera, everybody has a camera, everybody has a recording device. The DJs have become celebrities. because again, people don't know how to dance anymore. You know, it's just
Right.
like, oh, he throwing down, she throwing down, and it's just like for you to dance.
All right. So, what's some DJ pet peeves?
Oh man, don't talk to me. Don't tell me that you want me to play this song right now because you about to leave with your homies or your girl because it'll never get played. Yeah, my girl want to hear this. She asked you. I know. Man, that's really the big one. Don't talk to me when I'm working. It's just like me coming to your job while you sitting there like, yo, having a full-blown conversation about absolutely nothing.
And then what do they have to do? They have to be like,
Yeah.
You be like, what? Right. You're like, huh? What?
Yeah. So now I purposely put my my monitor in front of people so I can't hear them at all. And so they're just sitting there. It's like that little yapping dog. That little, yap, 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 yap. You're like, okay.
But it's so funny because people are, I know people have done that so many times. Like, can you play so and so? Can you play so and so? And they don't realize that you have a setup. You got a set. You got you got your plan up and everything, and that you can't always just throw something else in there.
Right,
so.
Right.
And people don't think about stuff like that. What's up, DJ Special J?
Special J, aka Superhuman. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing about it. It's just like, sometimes I may do an instant request. Like, and again, I'm not opposed to requests. So saying don't talk to me is not that. Don't talk to me is, yo, man, I ain't seen you in like 3 weeks. How your mama and them doing? But like you can request songs. I love request songs because again, that also helps me understand the crowd that I'm dealing with.
Right.
And so, so I'll take a request, and sometimes they're instant because I'm in that vein. So if I'm playing an old school track that's that's running hard, and you want something that's old school that's running hard, boom, I'm right there. But don't come in and be like, can you play Her Damage? No, we rolling right now. We rocking. You see that flow rocking? Well, me and my girl, this is our song, this is our anniversary. Yeah, and so
my security team for lunchtime chat is offering security for hire to keep people from the booth.
Hey, I appreciate that because I had somebody walk up on me one night, man. If I would have had my pistol on me, he would have been. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Right.
Walked up on me like that. So yeah, I might have to take you up on that.
Right.
Yeah, but me, I don't have too many pet peeves. My thing is, if you come in to hear me, there's another one. So and so played this way, or so and so plays it that way.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm glad they do. This is my experience. Okay, so a lot of people don't understand. DJing is unique to that person. It's their craft. It's what they do. And so just like how you have a Corvette, you have a Hellcat, you have all these different vehicles, they all do the same thing. They get you from point A to point B. It's your own preference about what you want.
Right,
so
right.
When you come hear me, you're going to get me, not DJ Scratch and Sniff. So
I can't.
So that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Let the DJ be the DJ. We live in the day and age. Oh, one more. I'm sorry. They keep hitting me. Headphones. Oh, headphones are the worst. My thing is, with the advent of the phone and these devices, you can carry your own jukebox now, and so you feel like a DJ should be a jukebox. Your DJ should be your iPad. Your DJ should be your own personal player inside your vehicle. That's not us. We don't, that's not our thing. You're coming to get this experience. Like I said, again, it would be the most insulting thing to DJ Jazzy Jeff to stand right in front of him with headphones on. Or tell him, hey Jazzy, why don't you play that brand new funk? You want to play it.
Man.
Just enjoy that show, enjoy that set. So like I said again, the newer DJs, we've talked about this, and we, with things that we deal with. And again, headphones is I just want to hit people with headphones on. Sorry. Throw something at them.
Oh man, that is hilarious. That's hilarious.
sprdj superhero.
Where's my super suit?
Yeah,
That's me.
that's you. So, what was I going to ask you before I asked this? What would you say? What would you say is the most rewarding part for you being a DJ?
Oh, that's a good thing about being the DJ is.
Oh my God, the aux cord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I don't get too many of those because they look at my equipment and get scared. They be like, oh, that's a lot of stuff. But something just fell in my house. There we go. But yeah, the it's rewarding, it's daily rewarding. Every event you get rewarded when you see somebody having a great time. I like just seeing people have joy. That's the biggest thing for me. Like I love watching the kids dance. I think my greatest joy is watching little kids dance to old school funky music because they just enjoy it. Again, so I get that every time. Every time I play, just somebody just having a great time. And then the bonus for me is somebody come up and be just like, man, you killed it. And that's what those are bonuses for me. Like I said again, my joy comes from just pushing it out there. And if I see somebody enjoying it, that's all I need.
Yeah. Do you have who are some of your inspirations?
Oh man. All right, here we go. This is not trying to pump up anybody or do anything like that or trying to get points, but seriously, DJ King Jones, Special J, Earl Mix McKinney, Al Esther, DJ Minx, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Carl Cox, Juan Atkins, the whole Belleville Five folks, all of those guys. I'm inspired by a lot of DJs, all over the place. It's for me, I'm still a student and I enjoy it. It's fun for me. So I can sit here. It's like me going to a candy shop as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I can listen to house music or I can listen to great DJs all day long because I just love DJs. I love music. I love to hear their techniques. I love all of that stuff. And so for me, just being there and enjoying these guys, that's who I kick with. Like I said again, but I get to play along Al Esther. I played alongside him. I played along Earl Mix McKinney. Him and I play together all the time up at Friends Cocktail Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
We got that residency on Thursdays called Two of a Kind. So it's just like I get there and they enjoy watching me play, but I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm in heaven, and like when I would sit there, we'd be on MixLR and King Jones be doing stuff with those records. I'd be like, how is he doing that? I'm like,
right.
That's not human. And then Special J going and doing the same type of thing and then just playing forever. I'm like, how do these guys know this music like this? I'm just like, I was in awe of them. So yeah, again, I'm really down to my roots, my MixLR folks. And again, Al Esther, Earl Mix McKinney, those guys, like I said, again, they've really helped shape my sound. Oh, DJ Tuna, that was my first DJ.
I'm sorry, DJ who?
DJ Tuna, Tuna.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah. That's the guy who really took me under his wings when I first got into the game. It was like, you got the sound, you just need some help. And I was like, thank you. And I was like, can you help me? He was like, here's my number. Call me if you want me. I called him that next day. And, I got it. Because my thing is, if somebody really want to give me their information and their knowledge to help me get better, I'm going to take it. That's like free money on the ground sometimes.
Right.
That's right, Rashonda. Every third Thursday, Friends Cocktail Lounge, 8 Mile and Losser. It's called Two of a Kind with SprDj, SprHero, Earl Mix and McKinney. Starting at 6 o'clock, doors open at 4. No cover charge.
Ah.
Yeah, that's the key. No cover.
What is the longest time that you have DJed without taking a break?
12 hours.
Normally when I'm on my other show with my friend Nis and somebody say something like that, I usually leave the screen. I just be like, what?
Yep.
Wow, 12 whole hours.
12 whole hours. 4th of July weekend over my godparents. We did a backyard party, and I got there at 12 noon, and I didn't stop until midnight. I think it was 12:05. I didn't eat, didn't drink. I took a bathroom break every night because I can't eat or drink when I'm DJ. It's just, to me, I'm working. It's unprofessional.
You can't have chicken on the mixer.
Yeah, and then it's my job. It's unprofessional to be sitting there chopping it up and eating and doing all that stuff in front of people while you being a professional. So
Right.
I didn't eat, but yeah,
Dang.
stood up to all I had was my little pads, those feet pads they put on when you at work. Those little rubber pads that they have.
Yeah,
like
the fatigue,
I had those,
anti-fatigue pad.
yeah, I had those up under me, and I played for 12 hours straight.
Wow.
I might do 24 one day. Right, DJ King Joe, when you passion, that's what you do. I lost track of time.
Wow. How often does somebody come up to you and they're like, hey man, that mix you did the other day, let me get a CD of that?
Every time I'm somewhere.
Like they just automatically think you recorded everything.
Or better yet, I get this one. Yeah, I was here I was here last week at about 8:30. You played this one cut. Thank you. That was a week ago. I don't know what I played at 8:30.
What?
The stuff that people say to you as a DJ is so much. I can't even remember, but it's just some of the craziest stuff I've heard. It's crazy.
I can imagine. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I truly appreciate you coming on the show. And like I said, you was literally on my first list of people that I wanted to reach out to be on my podcast. So thank you finally. Thank you finally.
sprdj SprHero.
Where's my super suit?
Finally. I appreciate when we, did Sweet Speak, and just keep doing what you're doing,
You too, Lily.
Keeping the skaters going and the house music people bobbing, and that's what's up, man.
I appreciate you too, Lily. You've been doing great things, and keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome, and we gonna keep doing this more often. We're gonna have to get back together every now and then because a lot of big things are happening, things are changing, and things are moving rapidly. And I want to make sure those people that was with me at the very beginning, we go up together. So, if they say you need to interview, okay, I need to get Lily on the phone. I need to get vibing with Lily. We need to get this interview set up.
That's what's up.
I truly believe in, working with your circle, it's so hard to find good people. You know how it is. People are so finicky in and out. And, you and I have been consistent with each other. We might not talk every single day or every other week.
Right.
But if you called me, you got me, and vice versa. So, we're going to do this together. And I really appreciate everything you've been adding to all these communities that you've been in. You do a lot around here. You keep us going in Detroit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, don't stop what you're doing. Salute, like everybody say, salute the DJ, sprdj SprHero. And keep it going. Keep it going.
All right, thank you. Again, remember to catch me. Can I do a couple shameless plugs before we get out of here?
Do them shameless plugs.
All right. Sunday nights, we're at the skating rink, Skating Station 2, the Sunday Night Sweat from 8 to 11 p.m. every Sunday night. Canton, Michigan, Skating Station 2. I'm on the ones and twos. It's called the Sunday Night Sweat for a reason. We slap. We keep you running. Make sure you have your sweat towels and your water bottles. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's the Happy Hour House Mix with yours truly, sprdj SprHero. We start at 5 p.m. Eastern. We're playing all your house hits, old school, new school, and everything in between. If you like it, you're going to love Happy Hour House. I am on Twitch at sprdj SprHero. Make sure you come and check me out. Follow me. I'll make sure I get back with you and follow you too. Again, we go an hour and a half Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Every third Thursday, too, catch me at Friends Cocktail Lounge with my homie, Earl Mixon McKinney, two of a kind. That's Lasser and 8 Mile. In Detroit, we don't give you addresses in Detroit. We just give you streets. 8 Mile and Lasser. Figure me over there somewhere. Right there. Make sure you come and check us out. Doors open at 4 o'clock. We get on the mic at 6. We get on the tables at 6 p.m. We also live broadcasting for those people who are not ready to come out just yet. So you can always catch Two of a Kind every third Thursday at SuperDJ SprHero on Twitch TV, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you so much, Lee.
That's what's up. And I just want to throw a couple of things in there. We do this mostly on Fridays. You may not see me on Friday the next couple of weeks because I'm getting some things in order and getting some, requests out there and whatnot. But you can catch me for the most part. I just took me a break because I needed to take a break. But you can catch me Monday through Friday on lunchtime chat on my YouTube channel and also my Facebook group. Join me for lunch every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the YouTube channel Experience, the Facebook group Lunchtime Chat with Experience, and also Groove Radio Detroit. See you then. And also, this Saturday, which is tomorrow, make sure you tune in to Goddamn It with Cheese TV at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. We crazy, and you'll love it. If you up, join us.
Back in the city, hanging out at night with Lily and Liz. Goddamn it with cheese.
That's what's up. So y'all have a great night and appreciate everybody. Y'all be good, be safe, and we out.
Peace.
Talking to the diamonds of Detroit City.